Married at first sight. Oh my god. Guys, we made it. Decision day was just on a few minutes ago and it was so unbelievable. I had so much stuff I want to talk about. I just wanted to jump right into this video. So let's not waste any time and get right into this. And the first thing I want to talk about is the craziest couple that I was so shocked decided to stay together. So let's go through all the couples and then I will kind of share my thoughts on each couple. But first, number one, Karen and Miles. I was like certain that they were going to end their marriage. I thought Miles was going to say yes and Karen would say no. But we got to decision day and guess what? Miles obviously said yes and Karen surprisingly also said yes. Comment below what you guys thought, but I was like sold, 95% certain they were not going to make it. They didn't have much of a romantic side. They weren't really, meshing well. I didn't think at least, but come to find out, came to decision day and they said yes. So more on them later. Let's next go to, one of my favorite couples, and that is Amani and Woody. If you guys don't remember, at the beginning of the season, I was on a little special with Married at First Sight. It was so much fun, and we got to kind of guess who we thought was going to stay together. They were a couple I thought for sure at the beginning of the season they were going to end their marriage. I didn't think it was going to work. I thought Woody was going to be kind of flirty with everyone because he has that big, awesome personality. I didn't think he was going to take this marriage very seriously, but boy, I was wrong because Woody and Amani, they decided to stay together, and not only did they decide to stay together, they're an incredible couple. They are amazing, and it was so amazing. We got to see, Woody not only say yes, but he was literally in tears. He was crying because he was like, I can't believe I met my soulmate. Like, this is so unbelievable. I'm so happy. They're in love. It is amazing. And then with Amani, we got to see in a preview for the decision day that Amani said, I want to get a divorce. And so I was like, that seems weird because I really thought Amani was sold on Woody, that she wanted to stay with him. So we got to see the decision day and she said, I want to get a divorce. Then about a snap second later, she said, wait, no, I'm joking. So stupid editing. Of course not. Amani, she wanted to stay married. She was happy, and Amani and Woody, they both said yes, and they look incredible together. Okay, next couple is Olivia and Brett. I was never sold on these two. I always thought Olivia was sweet and just nice. I thought she was a little bit shy, maybe a hair boring, but overall she did seem nice. And Brett, he seemed like a tool that I got in my toolbox. He was not the kind of a guy that I would want to be friends with. I didn't trust him. He's not the kind of guy you'd want, off dating your cousin or something. He doesn't seem like he was really serious this entire time. Very sarcastic at the not at the right times, And so Olivia and Brett, they did end their marriage after it wasn't even after a couple of weeks because this show is only supposed to be for 8 weeks. But because of everything going on in the world, it ended up getting extended for another 8 weeks. So yeah, it was, 4 months, and on the 10th week, so whatever, I don't know, a little bit after the 8-week process, 10 weeks in, Olivia and Brett did end their marriage and they went their separate ways. So they came to decision day and they both just said, no, I'm done. The funny thing was that Brett was kind of supposedly still trying to communicate a little bit with Olivia, and Olivia was like, come on, dude, we're done. This is over. Move the heck on. And I feel like Brett was just doing that because, in my honest opinion, I feel like Brett is the kind of guy where he doesn't want to look bad. He wants to still be the Mr. Nice Guy. And so I think he was just saying, hey, you know what? Let me try to be a little flirty, a little nice to Olivia to win her over. And it did the complete opposite. If anything, it just made Olivia really mad. So it didn't work, but I feel like Brett was trying to save face. He was texting her, he was reaching out. And Olivia, she was still mad, if not even more mad. So Olivia and Brett, not together, they ended their marriage. Now let's go on to Amelia and Bennett, and oh my god, they're right there with Woody and Amani, and I was saying this from the get-go. When I was on that Married at First Sight special, I was saying it from the start. This couple, they are dreamy, they are sweet, they are just the best in the whole best of the best. I love them dearly, and not only did they both decide to stay married, Bennett got a tattoo on his you know what on his backside. And I don't know why he chose to do that. I'm really curious to see if Amelia really had no idea. She seemed like she was surprised because what happened was it was decision day. They were both sitting there and the experts said, okay guys, what is your decision? And then Bennett was like, well, I'm gonna go first. And he goes, but before I say my decision, I have something to show you, a surprise. And everyone was like, what? And then next thing you know, he turns around, does a little bit of this, and next thing you know, we see a tattoo that says A something, A-M maybe? And it was her initials, Amelia something. And yeah, it was sweet. It was kind of a little much, kind of weird, but Amelia, she's quirky, she's weird, she thought it was cute, she thought it was kind of funny. Bennett was laughing, so obviously he got a tattoo with her initials. He was game, and then Amelia, she was all for it too. So Amelia and Bennett, they're staying together. It appears that they are both moving to Virginia together. That is where she got her job. But I don't know what the situation's going to be, if Bennett's going to stay there full time, because Bennett did say he would want to go back to Louisiana and back to Virginia. So I don't know the situation, but I do know they're staying together, and geez, they seem happy. And last but not least in this crazy long season would be, oh my god, it is probably one of the worst couples of this show ever. I don't want to say they're the worst ones ever because they are kind of tolerable. Amber and Matt from a few seasons ago, they are probably one of the worst couples ever. That would be Henry and Christina. They're not number one, but they are probably top 3 worst couple to ever be matched on this show. Henry and Christina, oh my god, y'all can already guess what went down, and that is the obvious, that they both said no. Now, I kind of thought for a split second Christina might say yes, but unfortunately Henry went first. See, now if I was more in on this show, I would say no, Christina, you gotta go first, because she was kind of wishy-washy on the yes or no. Henry, he was sold, it was a done deal, he was saying no, but Christina, she was kind of back and forth. So it would have been interesting to hear Christina go first, because obviously if Henry says no first, you're not gonna say, yeah, I still want to stay married. No, you are not. You're gonna go along with it because you are on national TV, and that would be just humiliating if he says no and you say yes after he says no. But if she gets to go first, it would have been interesting. Unfortunately, Henry went first. Henry, obviously, no questions asked, said no, and Christina just kind of followed it and said, yeah, I agree, we should not be married, and that was the end of it, but it went on further because the experts were kind of like, what was going on, and then everyone knew. They were super awkward, super weird, but not that long ago, Christina kind of made up somewhat of a rumor about Henry, saying that she received an anonymous text from someone saying that, he was in a relationship with Henry, and so she was accusing Henry of having an affair with a man. So it was completely out of left field, very surprising, shocking. She told Henry, but she told him in this weird kind of backwards way, and she wouldn't ever show Henry the text because she claimed that her text messages do delete automatically every 30 days, which maybe, but like me as a person, I'm an instant screenshotter. So if I get any crazy text, first thing I do is screenshot it. The second thing I do is immediately confront the person. So like if I was Christina in Christina's shoes, I would go run over to Henry and say, hey, I got this text from a man saying you are in a relationship with him. What is the deal? But instead, she kind of spun it and spin it in this weird way where Henry was like, is this even true? Because it sounded kind of fake. It sounded kind of like a lie. And Henry, he was done. Christina, did she tell the truth? Did she lie? I do have to say I'm leaning a little bit more towards it was kind of fibbish. I don't want to use the word lie. I don't want to say she is fibbing. I just want to say it's fibbish. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a complete lie, but it doesn't seem totally true. Like what might have happened is maybe one of Christina's friends said, hey, I saw Henry out at a bar with a guy, or something like that. Maybe that happened, but maybe it was his friend, maybe it was who knows, but it's like, I could have seen that happening, and then Christina kind of stretched it saying that my friend heard you're in a relationship, like who knows, I just could really see her kind of stretching it a bit, but sadly the world will never know because the text supposedly is deleted. So Married at First Sight, oh my god, season 11. This has been like one of the best seasons of my life. This season has been even closer to me because, like I said a million times, I was on at the beginning of the season with the tell-all special thing, and so this has just been a freaking blast. I have always loved this show, just a smidge more than 90 Day Fiancé, and so seeing it all come together, seeing the season come out, I mean, it has been an unbelievably, amazingly cool thing. I love all, I don't know these couples. I never got to meet these couples or anything. I don't know these people personally, but from the show, I like these people. I think they all, as people, even though Brett and kind of Christina, we can agree to disagree, but so overall, they seem like pretty good people, and it's just, I don't even know. This season went on for so long. It's just like, it's kind of a bittersweet thing to kind of see it end. It's like graduating from high school. You don't want it to end, but also it's like you're super happy it ends, kind of love-hate thing. So Married at First Sight, sorry for that little bit of a rant, but Married at First Sight, it is over. It is done until tomorrow, because guess what, guys? I thought that the tell-all reunion special was going to be on next Wednesday, but come to find out, it is on actually tomorrow, which is Thursday. Y'all will probably be watching this video on Thursday, the 28th, maybe 29th. I don't even know my dates. But yes, it is going to be on Thursday, the day after the last, decision day of Married at First Sight. So we are just jumping right back into this thing. We were done, now we're going right back to it. I don't know when this thing was filmed. I don't know. I love these tell-alls because it's like, it is easier-ish for someone like Miles and Karen to say, hey, let's stay married. Even any of these couples, Woody and Amani, Bennett and Amelia, I'm blanking on their name, but Bennett and Amelia, it's easy for all these people to say, hey, let's just stay married. It's only been a couple of weeks, let's just keep trying. But, hey, it's been a long time now, and so the tell-all reunion special, it was filmed at a more recent date, I think, relatively recently, and so we can really hopefully get a good scoop on what in God's name has been going on with these relationships. And I am also curious what is going on with Henry and Christina, because we just saw the preview for the tell-all, and in that we got to see Henry accuse Christina of being in a 5-year relationship with a married man. So I don't know if that is true or a lie or what, but I do know I am excited. And also there's a little bit of drama, it looked like, with Karen and Miles, that some stuff with their relationship really did change behind closed doors. And like I said, I have no idea who is still together. I believe that Amelia and Bennett are still together because they zoomed in. They were not physically there. It looked like, at least in the preview. And so it's like, if they zoomed in together, they were sitting next to each other, I doubt they got a divorce. And so they appear to still be together. But Woody and Amani, no idea. And then Karen and Miles, I don't know. But something deep down inside of me is telling me that they might not have made it, because they just did not seem to be a good fitting couple. And I feel like once they really, spend some time together and say, okay, we gave this a fair shot, it's still not working, they might just go their separate ways. But hey, if Karen is still content with Miles, I don't think Miles is going anywhere. So really, this is just Karen's world. We're all just kind of living in it, because I really think Karen calls the shots in that relationship, which is fine, but I really didn't get much leeway, or, I just really didn't feel like it was 50-50 ever. I really kind of thought, all of Miles' emotions and thoughts and everything was just really going, how's Karen? What's Karen? He wasn't really thinking about himself. And so, hey, like I said, if Karen's happy, I'm sure Miles at least appears to be happy. So, oh my God, Married at First Sight. I am just, oh my God, I'm so excited. You guys, comment below your thoughts on this entire season. I know for a lot of you guys, this is probably the first year you guys ever watched this show. And if this is your first year watching Married at First Sight, please, please, please let me know what you guys thought of this season. And if and when there is another Married at First Sight season, which I'm sure there's going to be, put in the comments below if you plan on watching it. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I am so excited for tomorrow's episode, because that is when we really get to see the nitty-gritty, what is truly going on with these relationships. My predictions really quick before tomorrow is Henry and Christina. My take is they probably aren't even talking. They aren't friends. They probably just completely cut off communication. and I bet they could possibly both be in relationships. I could definitely see Christina having a boyfriend, and Henry, he might have a girlfriend, not totally sure just yet. Karen and Miles, my prediction with them is I'm going to take a little bit of a leap of faith, even though, hey, if they're happy, I'm happy. I don't want to see these two end their marriage if they are happy. I'm not wishing them anything bad, but I don't know if I see them together. So I'm wishy-washy on them, but because I feel like Miles is just so head over heels over Karen, I'm gonna guess that they might still be together. The next couple that I'd have to guess would be Woody and Amani, and I'm 50-50. I don't really know where they're going to go. They definitely do seem in love, so likely, I hope they're together, but we're going to have to wait. And then we go to Olivia and Brett. Obviously, they did not stay together. They do not seem to be friends, so I think they probably cut off all communication. Olivia, I hope sweet Olivia is in a relationship with another man, and Brett, I'm sure he is swiping and dating like crazy, which nothing wrong with that. Everyone should be dating and trying to meet someone, but it's kind of like with Brett, it's like, why come on this show if you don't want to take this seriously? And that's the kind of the vibe I got from him, so whatever, I don't really care. But if I had to guess, Brett and Olivia, they probably aren't even relatively somewhat of friends. And that leaves the last couple with Amelia and Bennett, and my guess is going to be they are still together and they're probably still doing well, but likely, if I had to guess, they probably have some issues here and there with the move and whatnot, because that can be stressful for anyone. But you already know we are going to have to wait and see. So tomorrow, Thursday night, the Married at First Sight Tell All reunion is going to be on. I'm so excited. I believe it's on at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, so make sure to stay tuned, check it out, and you all already know I'm going to be back here the next day with a video. So thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to hit the like button, comment below your thoughts, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.